directamente a la misión. Ingas. ¿Cuánto tengo de...? Ok. Es... a la madre. Ingasu. ¿Por qué se ve así, güey? ¿Está cargando o qué? ¿Está cargando o qué? Aguante. A ver.
You there, Abster?
Sí.
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinels say they're locked up in some... Well, how about I just fly up there and look?
The tower is either too far to see, otherwise we would have seen some sign of it on the ground, in the shape you're in. Are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come
vamos allá
on.
arriba.
It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Eglet Town would be a perfect
A ver
launch
cómo se
pad.
escucha, güey. ¿Cómo se escucha el jueguito? ¿Todo bien o qué? Así no. No cuesta intentarlo. Creo que quedó bien en la saturación y todo eso, ¿no? Está muy saturado. A ver. No manches, era aquí de volada. Era aquí en breve, güey. A ver. Pinches alienígenas a la vez. Se ve bien en el Play 5, ¿eh? No manches, nuevo personaje. Un piernón, güey.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you? Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you.
Pues está ahí, está
That brings
bonito
me
el
closer
diseño,
to
¿eh?
completing my piece.
Una elfa.
Salutations, Rover. My name is Jacona, a wandering bard.
Jacona.
I'm glad to have met you.
Jacona.
I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this...
Infierno, ¿no?
Well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. Surprise, surprise. Well, I suppose...
If Carlotta asked you to find me...
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no... That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experience.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. The more details, the better.
Peta. Porque hablan como británicos, ¿qué pedo?
Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures.
Bueno, se llama sí o sí.
same for you.
A ver, a ver.
Tune in to my memories. Does that mean I'm...
Laureate.
Gabriel. Ah, qué pedo lo... Zelda la bestia.
Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection.
Ah, qué pedo en sus recuerdos, a ver. Ah, ya qué pedo, entre sus recuerdos también.
What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment.
How did you
Yo.
first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
Ah,
You
qué
heard the Sentinel's voice. Then tell me, am I their resonator?
No como otro juego que no habla. No, escuché las voces sin tenerla, entonces dime una sonadora.
Well, Imperator called you
Tenemos las
the
cargadas
Lost,
y Primus
and
único que no
Primus
quería
Fenrico
sonadoras de
claims you
Leviatán,
are the
pero
resonator for
Leviatán.
Leviathan. But you really don't have any idea?
No, el audio, güey.
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too. My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel.
Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart.
Pinche Abby.
Yeah, sorta.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of... Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. No. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's... I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower. I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them.
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed her.
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the Threnodian.
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big ovothraxula meatball I had.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. But we came across Threnodian powers before in Jinjo, so it's safe to say Abby can be...
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on... Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel. Spending so much time alone in the Sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the...
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your Sonorosphere?
A part of the Sonorosphere is actually unlocked. Though I cannot leave, and no one can enter. I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the Sonorosphere's integrity. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would...
You said no one can get in. Has it?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside. Perhaps they know.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost.
La cantarela.
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling. It would seem this resonance ability can...
I'll look for a way to find this person.
No matter the outcome, this may be...
A ver, pues... Que se haga, pues...
Rover? Rover? Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache?
Todo bien.
I tried everything, but you just wouldn't... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh.
No. It was...
Helpful for your sleeping troubles,
No manches, entonces yo no sabía qué pedo.
Wow. So my forte created a special connection that led to the girl. Is she friend or foe? What? I have a feeling this is going to be
No, el gatillo.
I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta.
Pardon the intrusion, my lord. My name is Sebastian. As per my lady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Phasalia estate.
Ya, sin cantarela.
Phasalia family. The one that's likely... Why does she want to talk with you?
My lady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate
Okay, de la
Tell
nada.
her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
I will convey your...
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially... She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say.
Carlota.
I suppose you would want to know more about her before. She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So, ready to dive right in? Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot in these islands. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extreme word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons. Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without... In any case, the Phasalia family aside, she's someone you... If you're set on meeting her...
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Cardathea spoke about the wandering figure. You can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person.
Ese güey descifra todo bien fácil, ¿no? Chiprota. Misión desbloqueada. ¿Y ahora para dónde? ¿Está lejos o qué? ¿Y por qué tarda? ¿Por qué se buguea así? ¿Qué pedo? Ok. Nuevo lugar. Ah, ok, es aquí.
Hello. I received Chacona's memo. To think the head of the Phasalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along?
Imaginé que era aquí.
They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Phasalias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person Cardathea mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Got it.
Now, if you'll please, just follow.
Vamos a conocer a Cantarella. Ah, no le aplasté esa madre. Bueno, te lo veo. A ver.
One moment, please. I shall inform...
That won't be necessary.
Un gato.
To keep our honored guest waiting would be... especially when it was I who extended the invitation.
Ah, está bonito el diseño, ¿eh? Un gaso.
Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
Un gato, ¿qué le hicieron tan pechonuda?
Honorable laureate, the
Hola,
new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you insist, you may also call me Cantarella.
Cantarella.
Now, shall we proceed to my study?
Saqué a Brand. Pude sacar a él, pero pues me quedé. ¿Y dónde está esa madre? ¿Dónde es el... Bueno, después agarro el TP. Oh. Ok. Lindas.
Won't you have a seat? I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto.
¿Viste por qué son tan así?
Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow. You still hold a grudge. Won't you accept my apology?
Aceptarlas, hay que aceptarlas. Me
This
mata.
tea, is it from Jinjo?
I invited you here.
Before we get into that,
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind, but let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna? So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the... And what exactly do you find?
why haven't the Thenodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodian's invasion of Raguna, the Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. Though the previous two attempts were thwarted, the tall master of the... Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in... Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
You know, put.
Yes. And no. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who... Once the soul fractures, the mind will... Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider...
A ver.
Come. The truth
La
you
verdadera
seek lies in
Bukuga se
the
encuentra en las
deepest part of the
espaldas. Aquí no hay ningún cofre, hay que aprovechar. Venga, pues es que a la más estoy en alto. O alta.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worship the aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
This is it. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Pues está
Now
más
that
que
we're
yo.
here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave, even if you want to.
Pues estamos igual, creo que estamos igual.
Make it fast.
A ver. Hola.
Just as I expected, the Threnodian took notice of you. What you see in the sanctuary is the Sentinel in there. A majestic steed that galloped with the wind. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed, only although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
Así que fue mal y buena onda para que pegues.
Both Ginger and Dewey
Fíjate,
owe
sí.
you their future. That makes you... I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in
Para
Renacita.
comértela, dice. Está muy bonito el diseño, Me encantarela. Lastimosamente veo por Keeper, así que...
I can offer
Ni
you
si
a
es que me
glimpse
salve.
into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There
Menos
might
mal,
still
ya.
be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate? The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their
El
resonator,
centinela designó a
though
doncella
not in
como
the
su
way the
gobernadora,
Carnival would have you believe. No,
aunque no de la forma que
it's through
Carnaval
resonance
quiere hacer
with a very
que sino
particular
mediante un artefacto muy
artifact.
particular.
That's because Imperator wields the power to split, and with it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very... To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel.
Then, what about Cardathea?
The martyred maiden. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. The maiden was already dead.
¿Qué?
In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young
Overcriadas.
women would
¿Qué pedo
attempt to
con esa palabra?
resonate with, though none succeeded. Some saw fragments of... I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching. The words were...
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. If Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator... Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinchi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
A ver.
I suppose all that's left is its symbolic value. However, do handle it with care. It is a family heirloom. I've heard of your unique...
Ah, ¿qué pedo? Pensé que no lo iba a sacar. Ah, chinga. Ah, ¿qué pedo? Ah,
Nova. Who are you, really?
Yo me llamo Wuthering. Yo soy el saco dulce. ¡Ah! Cuerpo. Esta acá, humilde.
The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own.
Please.
¿Qué pedo? No, yo que tuviste con Cartetia.
I would never have imagined someone already. What surprises me even more is the we Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, would it be more fitting to address you as Master? Then, are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos?
Sacaste.
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you're the one that Cardathia sensed wandering outside the Sonor...
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Phasalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lift.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
A ver.
Maybe the Thessalians have a cable car that leads directly to the Sonorosphere.
Before it became a Sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Thessalians and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the family to school. The elevator is merely a later addition I had built for easy access.
Oh.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet.
Ah, esto es nuevo, ¿no?
Our
aquí
choices
estamos.
and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
¿Dónde estoy?
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic, obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor? Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest.
Yes.
We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual, Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation. Outside, they call me the Bane. But historically, every head of the Phasalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary.
¿Qué pedo? Me prestaron la...
The gateway into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here.
Vamos a quitarle esa madre. ¿Cómo era? Esta misión es muy voluptuosa, ¿no?
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
¿Caso? ¿Por qué tan voluptuoso, oye?
To which stage will life guide us next? Well, whatever it is, I'll play my role to the fullest.
The tides have whispered of your arrival. The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Caso. Me gusta, me gusta. Vamos a avanzar, pues. Okay.
Strange. This area was clear of passage discords on my last visit. And there's no desert field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonorosphere itself?
I didn't think there would be goblins.
The road ahead is not an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark
¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué es esto?
It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order.
El cofre se
A
equivoca.
day when belief
Ay, que
burned
nada, ¿no? A
brighter
ver.
than ever. And when the darkness came,
Ah, qué pedo, güey.
none escaped.
Qué chingón, güey.
These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark
rápido,
tide that should have spread across Rinasita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold in the boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the Sonorosphere's interior.
Sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Cartophia's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict within you, the temptation to trust your neighbor. But it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself. For the Threnodian knows where the heart is weakest, and it is there it strikes the hardest. Luck does seem to favor you. Of course, it's never too late to place your trust when the evidence is clear. But now is not the time, is it?
¿Dónde estoy? Ah, qué pedo, estoy en otra. Ok. Ah, ok.
The gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield the Sword of Divinity but the Blessed Maiden?
Vamos a romper la puerta con la espada, ¿no?
You said you left yourself a message saying...
A ver. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Hay varios o qué?
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm
Cantarella Physalia.
Physalia.
Oh, a Physalia. It seems your ties with the
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maidens perform. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, but you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. This must be the Sword of Divinity.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching? question of whose resonator I am. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're...
Huh? This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened.
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are 2 other swords. The sword of discord, Hogness, and the sword of virtue, Haltia.
¿Te recuerdas de esta espada?
Yes. Did you, placing the 3 swords on their respective pedestals, should break the seal over them? But why would this information be revealed?
If we do nothing, instead of speculating, we should...
Lady Maid,
Please. Cartathea would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. I will not turn back. Even if if the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibility, I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry. Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
A ver.
What you said to Cartathea back there.
Rather effective on someone of her personality.
Jugó con
Wouldn't you
ella.
agree?
Pero no hay nada aquí. Ah, sí, vamos allá arriba, es todo, que ir para allá. Entonces, esa es la nueva región entonces. Bueno, nueva zona, ¿no? Ok. Ay, es que ya estoy aquí, qué pedo. Qué pedo.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me... I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground. Tacit discords. The dark tide.
I imagine it's also this view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest... It's the name I gave to a gondola.
Okay. Estoy... Really fuck. Damn, what the fuck? Pero nomás está este... No puedo volar. Ok, a ver. Ah, ok, por acá.
This gondola only...
Oh dear. I completely forgot about this.
A ver esta.
Greed will get you punished, you know.
Qué sorprendente.
I'm afraid foam was...
The two of you...
Onda siempre, pues.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers.
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Are you afraid of knowing the...
Po.
We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this...
Ay.
Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now.
Ok. No.
Vines, over there.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of... I see now. The lingering rent to release it. We'll need to clear it once we have the remnant spark. We can use it to burn through the vines.
If the Thenodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we should... More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing. Don't worry. This much...
Ok. ¿Y aquí cómo lo uso? Ah, ok. No, pero ¿cómo lo lanzo? ¿Qué pedo? Ay, me acordé. Ah, qué pendejo. Qué pendejo.
The lines are remnants of the dark tide. Foe won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and find a way to clear the path.
Tengo que usar a Abby, ¿no? No, tengo que buscar los otros. Digo, tengo que usar a Carte a tía.
This calibrator. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a...
Virga. Son esas madres para...
It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
A ver, el mapa como... Fuck. Acompañante, ok. Vamos a este bueno.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Hopefully this helps. The hour is upon us. I sense your weakness. Strike in the shadows. No hesitation.
¿Dónde vas, compa?
Hurry. We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns.
Hey, tranquila, tranquila.
Seems like a new discovery.
Aquí el ataque.
Sounds like Foam's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Creo que tenemos que voltearla, ¿no? Y mira, hay uno también.
Seems like a new discovery.
A ver. Ahí está el de esta. Ah, pinche... ¿Cómo se dice? Ah, qué pedo. Pero ¿y cómo llego allá o qué pedo? No puedo volar, ¿no?
An unexpected discovery.
Sí, no sé qué ver los cofres, ¿no? Bueno. Ah, ¿estos qué? ¿Son malos o
Leave it
qué?
to me. Moment of resonance. I sense your weakness. cherish every gain.
Bueno, después exploramos. ¿Qué pedo? Porque ¿cómo llego allá? Ya no puedo. Bueno, después exploramos, porque no puedo voltear esta madre. Vamos a perro. A ver. ¿Qué es esto?
Feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Vamos a seguir la misión ya
I
después.
felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You've helped a lot. Don't worry about that for now. Water ice is coming up. You planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Remnants of the past. By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city. But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
And that's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Its very essence is too. Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here.
No, this is good. Let's go. Let's go. Ahora, ¿qué pedo?
There it is, up there. But judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one.
Okay.
Seems like a new discovery. An unexpected discovery.
A la bestia, pero ¿cómo llego allá?
Seems like a new discovery.
That's it. A tacitite device.
Leave it to me. No hesitation. Hopefully this helps. A moment of resonance. I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
¿O no es el mío? Pero así un poquito de daño, ¿qué tal?
This should do the trick.
Leave it to me. Strike and shatter. Hopefully this helps. The end has come. I sense your weakness. Sounds come forth.
Ya esto va a durar más de una hora.
You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark.
Después exploro la bestia.
Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation, and that's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation.
Yes, a name taken from the Order's Codex.
Remnants of the past.
Algo morado, ¿no? Se cura. Oh, güey.
I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to enter it? I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry. As for you, if I really am...
I can take care of myself.
I should go back for Cantarella.
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, Fo.
Cartetia.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone
¿Qué pedo,
injured?
digo?
You're not hiding anything from me?
Your smile is rather concerning.
Oh, I insist.
Okay. No te pases, güey. ¿Qué pedo dentro o qué? Bestia, oye. ¿Dónde chingados estoy? A ver.
There's no knowing what will happen once Turvin is placed on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
Ah, es ahí. Ah, no manches, güey. No liberé una, faltan dos, güey. Fuck.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. For Fleur-de-Lis, child of divinity.
I will.
Salvation. Unity.
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and...
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. Through this sacred rite, you become from this day forward. Rise, blessed maiden Fleur-de-Lis. None but the Master shall ever...
Ahora a todos les duele la cabeza.
I told ya to stop sticking randoms. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency? I should ask you that. What did you... I was dozing when BAM! Out of nowhere, a jump that almost squished me.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal?
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big gigantor back in Ginger.
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little echo friend says is true, then the frequency...
Huh? But the Sentinel isn't even here.
The power to split and manipulate...
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation. Only this time...
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true maiden. Under the right circumstances, the one to wield this sword and enter the sonorosphere would be the... The Sentinel entrusted their power to the Resonator so that she could lend assistance when the corruption of the
You don't...
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan is already Cardathea. That means your guidance holds the key now.
But...
I believe in you.
Oh, shit.
Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order, and the moment the dark tide descended upon us.
but I didn't see the dark tide.
That is all I...
Is that what you saw?
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella?
No. They seemed to belong to other places within the... I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise.
Ese güey como duerme. A ver, ¿qué dice Cantarella? Como una mami.
Now what could you possibly want with me at a time like this? A trivial experiment. Yet after trying for so...
I don't think she wants to continue this conversation.
Now what could you possibly want? Well,
Are you going to search those areas we passed?
the more clues, the... Oh, and afraid I've slipped something extra.
I'm just curious why the matriarch of the
Food is always an easy target for those who...
Vamos a ver el cartel. ¿Dónde está cartel? A ver qué me da ella. O nada.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember. The sword of discord, Hogness, and the sword of virtue, Haltier. I can't remember, but as for Haltier, how did it end up being...
Perhaps we'll know once we find it.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share... You should get some rest.
You mean besides being squashed behind... Listen, it's not a single frequency, which is why it's so hard to see if it was a threat. I can now, but since it's a...
We might encounter something. Keep an eye on this for me, will you?
Will do.
Ah, otra vez voy a sacar. Pero se modificó este pedo.
I thought I'd slip away quietly and avoid any fuss. Now, here I am doing it on you. Since you were here, how about some stroll? There are a lot of things here before.
Need help?
Well, this is where our paths must part.
You're here for the Sentinel.
What I saw yesterday caught my attention. It may be tied to the Sentinel. And besides, I'd rather not spend the day twiddling my thumbs.
Are you sure you want to go?
Such concern for me. I do mind if I take Turvin.
Go ahead. It's no use now that
It may still come in handy.
I'll add you in my terminal. Call me if you need help.
Ah, vámonos.
I just might ring you up.
Qué amable. El Robert. Vámonos.
I can still fight.
Everyone's doing their part. Don't worry. Nobody's perfect. The waterway up ahead is completely blocked.
That garden once housed dragon echoes. Now there's nothing left but tacit discords.
¿Esto qué es?
Harkness should be. This is where the acolytes. Perhaps that's Steely over there.
You don't remember from your exam?
As the Blessed Maiden.
Okay.
Sounds like they're talking about one of the. Maybe we could find a way to move them.
Let's give it a try. There's no point in finding Harkness. At that distance, we should take a wing ray. Hold on tight. Don't go falling off.
Uf, estos güeyes van a despertar.
That one. There's a gravity calibrator up ahead.
Bestia, un chingo de cosas que hacer.
Tortilla, grab on tight.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Después explorarla. Supongo que ya se puede para la derecha, ¿no? Ah, se puede a la izquierda. Tremenda confusion, bro. Casi me caigo, Lord.
That's our goal, right there.
Help me guide the wing ray to the top.
Of course.
Ok. Antes de ocupar hacer la misión por todo eso. Para poder explorar a gusto.
Is this really okay?
Saves us the trouble of finding some trigger mechanism.
Y a sus dragoncitos. El Spyro. ¿Cómo se llama Spyro? Ya, sí.
Is that a problem?
Ingato se murió en putiza.
The last one was bigger.
Which last one?
Yeah. Ever heard of it?
I used to ride it.
¿Qué?
It's Harkness. There's a gravity calibrator behind the collapsed wall we just passed. The remnant spark should be able to incinerate.
Bien. Pero no estaba.
Let go now. How are you feeling?
So soft. So cuddly. I mean, I'm fine.
Remnants of the past.
Ahí está. ¿Y ahora qué pedo? Ah, ok.
Hopefully this helps.
Pendejo. Vamos. ¿Y ahora? ¿Para dónde? Para la derecha, ¿no?
Cherish every gain.
Ingato, ¿y cómo llego allá? Ah, sí puedo volar. Ah, qué pedo, sí puedo volar. Saca la espada.
The waterway is still incomplete.
Oh, qué lache. A ver, pues.
It's identical to the last statue. Same as before. I'll handle it.
Wind, guide me.
A ver. Está confusillo, Vamos a pelear con esos perros, ¿no?
Leave it to me. Hopefully this helps. A moment of resonance. Strike in the shadows. Hopefully this helps. The end has come. Your weakness.
Qué debilidad, perro. Dale, mami. ¿Le puedo o qué?
Don't push yourself too hard.
Come on.
It's okay. I'm just doing my part.
¿Aquí cobras o qué? Parecer no. ¿Para dónde? Para la izquierda, ¿no?
We're still missing an area.
Over there.
That might be too high for the wing.
Same as before.
Before. Let's go.
Just a bit more.
I'll handle this bit. You rest. You've done well. Let's see if I can get a feel for how strong the gravitational forces are.
Ah, qué pedo.
All right.
Leave it to me. Strike. Hopefully this helps. The hour is upon us. I sense your weakness. No hesitation. Hopefully this helps. The end has come.
Padre.
Remnants of the past.
Desde que no puedo abrirla. Ok. A ver. Espérame, pa. Luego regreso.
Cherish every gain.
Está pagando aquí. Creo que me equivoqué. Acá. Simón.
Leave it to me. Moment of resonance. Shadows. I see your weakness. No hesitation. Hopefully this helps. The hour is upon us.
Oh, más. Pinche prota, güey. Pinche prota, güey. No hay aquí... Bueno.
Wind, guide me.
Vámonos, pa. Puñato en orden la bestia. Ahí está. Perdón.
It's been a long time. So beautiful.
Do you want to stop for?
No. We have more.
Let's check back on.
Let's go. ¿Este güey es un enemigo o qué?
Remnants of the
Ah,
past.
no. Ok, voy a sacar esta madre.
Let me remove the sword. At least.
We'll do it together.
But.
Together. Together.
if it's a trap, we stand a better chance together.
1:36. Together.
No traps.
How does it feel to trust me?
It feels good. Why don't you call Foam over? Try whistling. Like this.
Here goes.
Foam heard you. Come on.
The way you were when you saw the plushy echo. It was unexpected. I think the martyrdom of the blessed fleur-de-lis needs a rewrite.
What's that?
A play about you, written by Cristoforo the playwright.
Oh. How did he portray me?
I would rather hear the joyous songs of the masses than any solemn hymn of remembrance. Perhaps the Sentinel feels the same.
Que pedo, el prota está hablando un chingo, me gusta, me gusta, me
Never
gusta.
say that.
A ver.
In the end, no matter what anyone else says, as long as you stay true to yourself, everything will be
Todo
alright.
iré bien.
Doesn't matter if it's the Threnodian or the Sentinel. They don't get to change who you are.
Ah, vamos a poner espada aquí.
What you said back there. Thank you.
Thank you. A ver. That is war. Uy, falta una.
Fleur-de-lis, my resonator, why dost thou persist?
Hipocampo.
Why abandon thy oath? Why hinder the...
You are a false divinity.
Gehenna, the lone dragon to have escaped. The one blessed by the dark tide shall return to us. Look around, my most beloved resonator.
I will never forget. If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, with the support and hope of countless souls, they fell, so I may rise. You saw that Gehenna, the one you mentioned earlier. Thank you, Anna. I am finally... I am not your enemy. And your sacrifices were not in vain.
Hey, Rover. Just now there was...
Shh. Someone needs a quiet moment.
Sorry you had to see me lose my composure. I found my true self again, because I know who to stand by and who to cut down. Some of my memories have returned, thanks to you and Cantarella.
Feeling better?
No, not yet. Not until we free the Sentinel, and that is why we need to investigate.
Mine? That blue thingy in your tacit mark totally tastes like Threnodian. Of course not. Like I said, it's mixed.
If the Sentinel splits their own, then why would they split off the Threnodian's energy, and then channel it through Hognis to the person who unsealed the passage? Huh?
You are a resonator born of the merge between the Sentinel and Threnodian.
I haven't forgotten how I became a resonator. Do you think the mixed frequencies Abby feppered?
The answer might lie behind the third sealed passageway. Cardathea is starting to make sense of things. Same as before? Oop.
Of course.
Creo que lo voy a dejar aquí. Por mientras. Por supuesto. Aguanta. Bueno, creo que le seguimos. Bueno, no, aquí lo voy a dejar. Ahorita vuelvo. Chaito.